Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Force, and today I'm here to remind you what the hell is FireFall. If this is a game that's fallen off your radar, or a game that you just completely forgot existed, frankly, I wouldn't blame you. I don't think anyone should blame you. The developer shouldn't blame you, because this game has been in development hell for quite some time. However, I've got good news, and that is that it is finally prepared to launch. FireFall will be coming out in just a few weeks from now, and that's super exciting to me. This is a game that I've always loved the idea of. It's a game that I always hoped would do well. People have not been too keen on it, honestly, especially as time has gone on and sort of hype has faded, because there was definitely initially a lot of hype. I first started doing YouTube in 2010, and that's when this game was announced. And man, oh man, I remember people being super stoked. But as the years have gone on, people just stopped caring, and you can't blame them. You know, you find out about a product so early, and then it doesn't come out till 5 years later, you're gonna sort of stop caring. This video is just supposed to be a bit of a reminder that the game exists, and a sort of heads up that it is coming out if you didn't already know. There's gonna be some big changes to the current system, basically what I'm showing you here. There will be some changes too. There's the changes to the battle frame system coming up, changes to crafting, changes to leveling up battle frames specifically, I believe, is how the battle frame system is getting changed. So I'm not going to show you the systems, I'm not going to show you crafting, I'm not going to show you the battle frames. I just want to show you some gameplay and talk with you about what is FireFall. Well, FireFall is an upcoming free-to-play third-person or first-person shooter, depending on your preferences there. And yeah, it's going to be available on Steam. And it's set in a sci-fi setting, a sci-fi world in which we have been invaded by these chosen characters, and there's this melding that's sort of pushing back our control of the land. So you see this giant wall here, basically. It's encroaching on where we have access to, and we need to fight it back in order to gain access to more of the landscape. So this right here, we can actually get control of this area and then push this melding back, which is going to give us more access to more land. I mean, again, conceptually, I love it. Like, this game, some very, very cool ideas behind it. It's just a question of whether or not they will deliver in a satisfactory manner for people, and I'm not going to judge that yet. There's people who are definitely not too keen on this game. I'm still holding out hope that once it does launch at the end of this month, that they'll polish things up and it'll be absolutely amazing, because I'm a gamer who, I just love playing lots of games, and I want games to be good, and I want this game to be good. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Oh my gosh, that was probably the worst gliding ever. I've traveled the least distance of any glide ever. Okay, so we're just gonna move around. We're gonna do some things. I actually have a quest to go talk to this oil spill character. I can go ahead and summon up my LGV here. This is a vehicle, allow you to quickly traverse the landscape. So pop on that there and make our way across. And yeah, I'm just gonna do a mission or two. Just show you some gameplay, walk you around the world. We're currently in Copacabana. Copacabana is a zone that if you followed FireFall even a little bit in the past 5 years, you're gonna be well aware of this zone. But the thing that I'm really probably most excited for is that they announced for the launch, they will be quadrupling the amount of playable area. So quadruple the amount of actual zones that we can go to, or at least landmass that we can explore, and 12 times the amount of content that's currently in the game. Those are two things I have to be honest with you, I cannot wait. I just want to see more of this world, and we've been stuck in Copacabana for so long, but I figure there's some parts of it that you guys probably haven't seen. And yeah, let's go ahead and find our buddy Oil Spill, chat with him, see what our next mission is. So come on, there you go, going through this large, this is a landfill, if you didn't figure it out already. Driving through a landfill. I know, it's probably not sanitary, but that's okay. All right, Oil Spill, what's up? What's our next mission?
You came. I appreciate it. The one thing we're gonna need for sure is a new auxiliary engine. Well, I could find one myself out in the junkyard, but I wouldn't be able to move the damn thing without a battle frame. That's where you come in. Think you can handle that for me? Heads up, though. Before you go into the junkyard, you'll want to grab some food for the dogs. Those flea bags can be real mean if you're not a regular. If you feed them some rotten bronodon meat, those dogs will leave you alone. You know where to get rotten bronodon meat, right? Just find a dead bronodon.
All right. Voice acting is a little stiff sounding, but that's okay. Let's go find a dead Broughton, and that way we can keep the dogs off of us as we try to complete our quest. Set that waypoint. Broughton, apparently heavily located in this direction. We're gonna hop on our LGV again. There's probably Broughton behind me too, but we're just gonna go to the marker because, hey, it's the easiest way to get things complete. Is it just over the hill? It's just over the hill, isn't it? So I'm gonna do some traversing. This game features jetpacks. All of the classes have some sort of a thruster boosting system that allows them to do the hovering like you see here. And the Broughton are a little bit of a ways away, so en route, en route, we can actually do this. This is a little side mission. This is a crash thumper in which we have to collect parts and bring it to the thumper and before a timer expires. The dogs here are trying to make my life difficult though. All right, so we're gonna pick this up here. Boop, boop. And then it's gonna slow us down. This particular thing, I'll do this in third person, just so I can see around me here. I typically do play in first person perspective though, but, so this is just this is one of those, I'll consider it an area mission. They're scattered throughout the zones, and there'll be various objectives like, you know, kill some NPCs over here, collect this missing data and bring it to this terminal, protect this thumper, you know, fix this crash thumper, which is what we're doing right here. And then as you try to complete it, you'll see enemies spawn and try to attack you, which is, you know, all of these little sort of arachnid-looking creatures or whatever, these little bug things coming out here. They are spawning because we are doing this quest right here. That is the reason for their existence. Oh, it looks like there was actually a little building that crashed over there. Okay, so we got this next one. I've got a movement skill, which I can pop, which is very, very handy for this particular encounter. And I think we only need 2 more. We've got about a minute to do it. So a timer does start once you begin the mission. Now this particular class that I'm playing, it's basically the heavy class. So, you know, the game has a heavy, a sniper, a healer. It's got all of the sort of standard, it's got all of the standard class-based classes that you expect from, you know, like a Team Fortress style sort of thing. Okay, I only need 1 more. And that should be fine because I've got my traversal ability here. So this class is, you know, he's got a lot of health. He's a big old heavy dude. I'm gonna pop down my number 2. This is gonna absorb incoming attacks, and it could let me peace out. I would like to just stay and fight though. I just wanted to get some of them off my back for a second. So when you kill characters in this game, a few things typically drop. You'll get ammo, you'll get these little health packs. Oh, looks like they disappeared because the mission complete. You get ammo, you get health packs, and you also get these resources known as crystite. So usually if you're low on health, it helps to just keep killing things because that way you can get potential health drops and you can heal up that way. Or you can also call down health packs. I've got this here. You call it down, you craft these things, and then you can just call them down and you pick them up and it's gonna heal you right there. Whenever you complete a mission like that, you're gonna get that little mission objective thing on the left-hand side. That's actually a notification, and this is to tell you, yay, you completed the crash thumper. So in doing so, got some crystite, killed some enemies, and we got some rewards too. You see that? Picked up an assault rifle, a couple of fun things like that. So that's great. Fantastic. And then you just exit out of that. That notifier will pop up when you've got mail, when you complete a mission, anything important. You know, it's a notifier. It notifies you of things. You have 2 different weapons that you can swap out at any time. You get to choose what those are, but these are the 2 that I have access to right now. I've got my heavy gun, and I've got my light gun that's got a nice bit of a scope. The heavy gun's got the chain, the sort of wind-up ability, and then it also has a secondary fire, which I can show you here. It sort of shoots out, I think it shoots out 10 rounds at once. Yeah, it's 10 rounds at once, so it's like a quick fire, or you can just wind up and just let it loose. Now, I really like this class. I really like the heavy class. I actually like a lot of the battle frames. Between this, the assault, and the sniper, I've really enjoyed playing them all, which is just very neat. Alright, there's another mission over here too. This is an Ares mission, so let me show you the map here. So you can see that we've got this Ares mission here. It shows the difficulty is just stage 1, so it should be relatively easy. and this is an Accord task at the location for any Ares team willing to respond. So this is a mission we're right next to, so we're gonna do this one as well. Why not? And this is just something we just walked across. You know, we were in the process of collecting that Brotodon meat, and we just said, hey, why don't we just do this stuff while we're on the way there, while we're on our way to slay those Brotodon dudes.
We definitely have an arc porter in there. We need to take it out of commission.
Okay, so there's things in here that we need to take, there are chosen arc porters that we need to take out of commission, so we basically need to blow them up. You can see there's only a little bit of time to do that. So we're gonna see some of these bug creatures come at us, but then there's likely to also be chosen, since this is a chosen-based mission. In fact, yes, I can see them firing at me right now and charging at me, in fact. I'm not going to use my defensive abilities until it gets really hairy. There's a little drone that can give them a shield, so shooting that will allow you to, will allow them to, or make it so that they can't deploy that shield, or won't deploy that shield. I remember reading that they were getting a melee. I'm not sure if it's already in the game. It might be, so there might be a melee attack right now. I'm just not using it. But either way. Alright, we need to blow these things up. I gotta stop sitting back here. Okay, so we gotta destroy these dudes. This chosen Strifebringer. So we're gonna plant the explosive, and then after a couple seconds, it'll explode. So you wanna make sure you get out of there, because the explosion will deal damage to you. Oh wow, these ones aren't an exploding one. A lot of times these things will just blow up and they can hurt you. But that one just sort of disappeared. What about this one? Okay, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, should be a couple more of these in here. Holy hell! There are a lot of enemies there. I don't know if I'm able to complete this. There are a lot of enemies. And a lot of these melee ones. I'm gonna actually switch to third person here quickly. So the advantage to third person, obviously, is that you just see more of what's around you. You can see around your character, and you can zoom the camera out more than it is right now. It does go out a bit further. Wow, a little disoriented there walking into that smog. We're gonna pop this up to sort of keep the ranged people from hitting us right now. And these different abilities that I have, while they are specific to my character, you get to choose. There's a whole wide array of abilities that you can choose from. And these are just the 4 that I currently have. I believe these are the 4 default ones, but you can pick up other ones. And ooh, we have a medic character who's here now too. So you see, this is another person just playing in the world right now. And she is also here. So anyone will see these little zone missions, whether it's a Crash Thumper, an Ares mission, what have you. Everyone will see it, and anyone can just sort of show up to help. Now, the one thing I don't think that happens is I don't believe, I could be wrong though, I'm not certain, but I don't believe difficulty is scaled with the more people. So definitely come launch when there's a ton of people starting out. People will just sort of be zerging through these things, you know. They'll just be completing it very, very quickly. Oh yeah, we only have a couple more seconds. Is that the last one? That was the last one. Excellent. Beautiful. So we completed that, and now we can leave this area. But let me just check the rewards here. So Crystite, and got a bunch of these things too. Shield wall, all that stuff. So yeah, those are all our rewards for completing this. And again, I can just show you the map, just for example. So we did a Crash Thumper and an Ares mission. There's a bunch of other stuff over here. Here's another Ares mission. This is a resource location. And the Ares missions have different difficulties. So this is a stage 2 difficulty Ares mission. This is a stage 1 difficulty. There's Ares mission over here. Let's see. It looks like all I can see right now is all of the Ares missions. But yeah, you'll see things like Crash Thumpers, there'll be races, just basically a bunch of different quests that you can do. And ooh, the melding was pushed back since we started this video. The melding was actually originally extended down all the way over here, and it has since been pushed back. So I'd actually like to go out just to show you that, because that's very cool. That is very, very cool. That's really exciting to me that got pushed back while we were doing this. Because I can show you sort of the legit change within the world. And it's those sort of concepts that originally really excited me about FireFall, that I really enjoyed. The idea of having this huge, massive world in which we can push back to gain access to new content, this melding invasion. So yeah, let's just head straight to this, because this thing was completely covered. So, and we've got some floating little alien species here. Dead. Alright, so I think if we wrap around over here, this should get us to where we want to go. Let's switch to third person. More of a cinematic view. Oh my god. Okay, excellent. Alright, some resources you can gather here. You can use sonic detonators to blow those up, and the resources will be used towards crafting gear and whatnot. Different enhancements for your battle frame. Although again, that battle frame system is getting reworked, the crafting system. So I don't want to show you that stuff because it's all gonna change in like a week and a half. So yeah, there's the melding. It was pushed back from where it was at the start of this video. That is so very exciting to me. I absolutely love that. I'm gonna use my teleport ability here to get up on the high ground. There we go. Oh, that is an awesome ability too. And here it is. So all of this, what we see right here, wasn't initially visible when we first started recording this video. This was all basically engulfed by that melding. And the other thing that I think is really cool about this in the development sense is that they can just release new content in having new areas that can be pushed back. And we've got this whole massive world that, you know, depending on how successful this game is, you could eventually foresee having access everywhere. Now, this is not an open world game though. So to move sort of from one area to another area, you do have to go through a loading screen. So if I want to go, I don't know, I guess I could go to Antarctica, which is right here. If I want to go from where I am to Antarctica, I have to go through a loading screen. I just can't walk from one area to the other area. Now, what I don't know is if the melding ever gets pushed back fully, if that will change, but I don't believe that that is the case anyway, but you know, that could be wrong. I could be wrong there, so who knows. So yeah, this is the Antarctica zone now, and you know, we've got this entire world as potential of content that they can fill up. And then, you know, if the game is even more successful, I don't anticipate this. Not to be a Debbie Downer, but there just isn't a lot of hype around this game right now. But again, conceptually, I absolutely loved it. I just thought this is a very cool concept. There's a lot that they could do with it, and you know, I wish them luck. I hope the game is successful. I hope it does well. Once it launches next week, I'll be providing you with a new update video, just showing off, you know, the new systems, showing off some gameplay, and more specifically, probably what you guys are most excited for, if you've been following FireFall, is just the new areas, because my gosh, we have been playing the same areas for forever now. So this is a lot of chosen characters. And I am doing 0 damage to them with that this far away, so... Okay, this is an engineer, dude. Let's try to blow him up. Wow. All of that for just one character, and we're almost dead. So I'm just gonna peace out of there. And I guess that's gonna do it. Again, I just wanted to show you some gameplay, just remind you that this game exists. It'll be launching next week. I'm gonna be giving it a look. If you like any of what you see, give it a look yourself as well. And I wish it well, I do. I could, you know, it might be the case that I played for a day and am like, this hasn't changed at all, it's garbage, and I stop playing, but I hope they prove me wrong. We'll find out. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you have a great day. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you next week for some more, or 2 weeks from now for some more FireFall content. And just stick around if you just want other great gaming news. That'll be here on the channel. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day. Keep watching and keep owning. Holy moly.